Okay, that's the top of the hour. Oh shoot, hang on. There we go. Okay, now I've got that muted again. So we can unmute the desktop audio. Okay, yeah, so for anybody watching the VOD, I was doing a bit of audio testing before I started the actual capture for the stream, or for the VOD, and forgot to mute the stream that I'd had unmuted for making sure that I could hear everything properly. Yeah, not spending 15 years as an audio engineer. Yeah. I mean, typically I don't even have to listen to my own stream, so I just have it muted by default. So I don't have to think about it most times. Oh my god, why is it peaking sometimes? Okay. The readouts are sometimes just peaking insanely. Is that actually... The stream isn't marked explicit, but it is marked 18 plus. Hang on. Hopefully... Okay. Had to adjust the gain on my microphone a little bit. Hopefully that will actually make it a reasonable thing so that I'm not blowing out your ears. Time to capture Ginger and make them your pocket audio deck. I mean, doing that sort of thing, I would feel obligated to pay people then. And I don't make money from streaming, or I don't make much of anything, so I can't reasonably pay people consistently for streaming stuff. Anyway, right, so the plan for today. We are coming into PowerWash Simulator 2 for the new Adventure Time pack. I've never really been much of a watcher of Adventure Time, but since it's PowerWash, I'm grabbing that DLC and I'm playing it. So, we are going to just jump right into this. There are a few new achievements to go with this DLC. Exactly one of those achievements is for doing a specific thing last. Also, hi Mel. Just feed them a Scooby snack. If only I had that sort of cosmic power to just provide food. So there is one achievement for doing a specific thing last. We'll see if I actually reach that point in the stream, and we will see if I actually remember that achievement. From having checked the Steam achievements, if I remember right, it was a handbag in the Ice King's castle. You would work for food. Yeah, I guess when wages are so much lower than the cost of living, that could actually be a valid thought. Anyway, I'm not going to be able to do any of the character voices accurately because I do not know any of the characters' voices for Adventure Time. But we're going to jump into this. I, Princess Bubblegum, hereby dub thee the Royal Candy Cleaner. Sounds like a tough job, I know, but I genetically spliced you from the legs of a worker bee and the toughest donut I could find, so hard work is literally baked into your DNA. My friends Finn and Jake have volunteered, by royal decree, to devise a test to train you up. Do a good job, and who knows, maybe you'll get the royal seal of approval. Okay, let's throw ourselves in. You've also thought about buying the pack. Wait. The game is making like no audio. Hang on. What have I fucked up in the audio settings? Where are the audio settings? Oh. There's a menu down the bottom. I'm an idiot. I looked along the top and went, there's no different tabs here. Sound. Okay. A professional would have tested this sort of thing before starting the stream. We can still make it a little bit louder. Audio. Yeah, putting the tabs along the bottom is fucking weird for the UX. So Mech thought about buying the DLC, Mel thought about buying a shovel and a watering can, and Ginger thought about buying food. Hopefully Ginger isn't the only one who didn't. It would have been better if Ginger did. One moment. Ugh. Just had something. God, my voice is going out for no fucking reason. Hang on. I need water. Okay. Okay, my voice seems fine now. Goddamn weird, because I have been talking all week, and I've been doing fine, so don't know why the hell my voice started dying there. Anyway, posture check. Let's do the stretch before the water. Big stretch. Ugh. And then more water per Mel's demands. There we go. Let's bring water volume up to 60%, I guess. That looks good. Okay. So we're kind of just in the place now. Pet Beamo. What the fuck was that noise? I also got an achievement for it. Okay, I sort of get that that's them laughing. Your ears have adjusted to this muted noise. I know you said things seemed muted a moment ago, but I also don't know why they seemed muted to you. Anyway, I get that this is meant to sound like a laugh, but it just sounds sort of like demonic to me. Anyway, let's just start cleaning. How's the volume on dings? I didn't check what the volume things looked like. It doesn't look like the dings are peaking things, so it should be fine. Hey, Finn, I hear sloshing, splooshing, and burbling. The Royal Candy Cleaner must have started already. I hear it too, dude. Be gone, weird thing. Okay. BMO is... I understand they're meant to be like a living game console, handheld game console, but that laugh just sounds demonic. It sounds like a child demon thing. I do not approve of their existence. The laugh sounds accurate to you. It would probably sound accurate to me as well if I knew what the laugh was meant to sound like. But it still sounds like some sort of fucking demon to me. Ding, ding. Well, that's not safe at all. You can't just leave a sword lying around. Also, why is sword not dinging? Sword ding. I won. Let's see how well white does. The white nozzle is actually doing pretty well here. I think green's probably going to work out being better though. Who's stopping it from just laying there? Whoever owns it. Whoever owns the sword should make sure it's not just laying around. Which I assume is Finn. Well, thank goodness that painting is torn. There is... Aha! I was going to say there was something on that wall that I'd missed. Good big ding. There we go. Let's get this branch while I'm at it. There we go. And then this one. How much fucking work must it have taken the devs to get this, like, the graphical style right? Because, like, most of the time, they've got, like, the water visuals. They've got something that they pre-made. Like, they made it while they were making the game, and they can just reuse it over and over. How much fucking work must it have been to make it a new one to suit the style for Adventure Time? Like, what if they had help from the animators of Adventure Time? I mean, possibly? Possibly? I feel like it's probably unlikely, but it is possible that they would have. Get that corner. Even if they did have help from the Adventure Time animators, it would still have taken a lot of time to get that sort of graphical work done. All the dings. All the dings. Finn, trashing our living room for Bubblegum's official test was such a great idea. I will not get any voices right. I will say it again. Ah, no, bro. How many chances are we going to get to empty the cupboards like that with zero comeback? You think they'll clean it all? There's an M right there. No way, I went over that slime stain like 5 times. Trigo ding. Curtain is solid. I cannot walk through the curtain of skull. Other thing I want to check, as soon as I've got this wall and branch done. What am I missing on the branch? This little angle. Can we... Okay, no, we do not climb the ladders. The ladder. Oh, we... Okay. Rotating the die does not actually rotate it. And I cannot throw it. It will always land on whatever that is. Unless... Aha! I can walk into it to roll it. 1. Fuck. I'm doomed. I'm doomed. I've brought doom upon us all. But what if you can climb the ladder? I tried to climb the ladder. There will be no climbing. Gonna sing the Doom song now. Which one? Doom has many songs. I feel like E1M1 or At Doom's Gate is the most known name for any of the Doom songs. I don't actually know what would be the soundtrack that people recognize the most, though. It might still be E1M1. Shame? What? What shame? The Doom song from Invader Zim. Unfortunately, I haven't watched Invader Zim either. There is exactly one thing I know from Invader Zim. Exactly one line. And that's from a family member quoting it. The single line, at least I think it was Invader Zim that they said it was from. It was me! I was the turkey! That is the single line that I think is associated with Invader Zim. We need to play BG3 someday. Potentially. Like, BG3 is just... it's a game that requires a lot of time, and I do not have a lot of time. And also, Finn made a slime angel. Yeah, like, I just don't have as much time as is needed to be able to play Baldur's Gate 3 in multiplayer. Like, you need a lifetime available to do that. Hello? Someone's trying to grab some shut-eye in here. Check, please? The Enchiridion. Yeah, we started, never finished, and the updates went boom. And that's kind of why I'd also say that I feel like we started and then never went and really got around to it again. Which sort of supports my point of, like, it needs so much more time than I have available. Like, if... Just get out of the way. Like, if I still had days and days of... Didn't we get to Act 3? No? I don't think we even got to Act 2. Chugging out all that food made me hungry. Yeah, that'll do it to you. Thinking about food generally does. We should have made sandwiches when we had the chance. Don't sweat it. I'll just stretch a leg in through the window and grab us something from the cupboard. But you emptied the cupboards. We cleaned them out, remember? Besides, Bubblegum said no interruptions under any circumstances. I assume it's a solo run you're thinking of, Mel, because I am confident that we either got to the start of Act 2 or didn't even get to Act 2. Those are TVs? Why are the televisions so small? I assumed they were like speakers or something. But they're tiny little televisions. It's like little handheld TVs. Big dings. It's for all the small residents like the worm. How many small residents do they have? The worm. Just the worm? So there's a bunch of televisions for the worm. And Beemo? I guess Beemo's kinda small. ceiling is approaching completion. Walls are not. Walls are very, very far away from completion. We've got like half the walls done for this room. Also, I have to point out how much I love how the physics of the water applies. Like, you can see the shadow of the candle here, of the grime that the physics means we missed because it was blocked. Like, I imagine that is probably actually pretty straightforward to build into the game, where, like, you would be essentially drawing a line out from the nozzle of the pressure washer, and you'd just draw it however far the washer can reach, and when it hits something, it stops there, right? So that would actually be pretty straightforward to program, but it's worked out so nicely in this game. And I feel like there's potentially a lot of complexities that I haven't thought of with that. Because that tends to be how programming goes. You think, oh yeah, this will be straightforward, you can just do it this way. And it does not work. Scrub bucket. Scrucket. Get the underside of this table. There we go. The barrel is not... Okay, now the barrel is done. Yeah, kind of vibe there. Things are just stored by just cramming them in a corner. Kind of vibe with that. Let me up. Let me up. Up. Come on. Okay, I cannot stand on that. Unfortunate. I'm so hungry I could eat your shoe. Why? Well, okay, no. I understand why someone else's shoe. You wouldn't wear shoes if you're a dog. That's gross, dude. My shoes are stank nasty. Right now, I could eat them both. And your socks. That is an extreme hunger. More TVs? Right here for you, bro. Catch. That's a challenge and a half. Ding 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 ding. All the dings. All the dings. I don't know, Mel. They're cartoon characters. They're not going to have smart ideas. Do stores even exist in this world? Or is it just a nonsensical cartoon world where what you've got is what you happen to have? Clean the pot. Clean the pot. And the stove. The stove oven double combo hybrid. The stubborn. They use an axe for the stove? Stove axe? What? They cut food up with an axe instead of a knife, huh? Get an angle on that. Yes! Yes, queen! And even more televisions. The televisions never end. Seriously, this is way too many televisions. To chop wood. Oh! Right, it would be a wood-fired stove. So you would need an axe to chop wood. That actually makes sense. But then again, it makes sense. Nothing should make sense here. Kitchen table cheese knife. And the kitchen table cheese. Hey, they left some food here, I guess. They left the cheese. Missed the corners. Toss it to them? No, it's my cheese now. It's also probably ruined by being absolutely demolished by a power washer. We have almost finished the starting room. Coming so close. Just the floor, I think. I think it's just the floor at this point. Hang on. That mug isn't done. There we go. Shoot, we're not done. What couch armrest? What? This couch? Oh, okay. Are we done now? There's a shelf that we've missed. And then there's the entrance. Hang on. Can I collapse the living room? No. There's the entrance, the stove, the hollow branch. Which is... okay, so it's the interior of this part. Excellent. Climb right in. Surely floor first makes sense. There's a snail. He was waving, so I had to shoot him. Be gone. He's trying to be friendly. What have I missed? Oh. Is that the hollow branch done? Yes. Now we only have the entrance left. Climb. No climbing. Yeah, there's no climbing. Unless... Okay, we're not all... Oh! No, no climbing. Finn's... Wait. Finn's shoes are here. I guess Finn has multiple sets of shoes. And also a lot of swords. A lot of swords. Actually, you know what? I don't think your shoes are going to cut it. I'm going to eat the entire treehouse instead. Oh yeah? Well, you better hurry up, because I'm about to eat the entire grasslands and the Candy Kingdom. Yeah, these are dude bros on a high. Well, you'll have to do it inside my tum-tum, because I'm about to eat all of ooh, even the vapor swamps. Ooh. The land of ooh. I don't feel hungry anymore. Me neither. High five. Heck yeah. This one's going to need a run-up. Oh god. Jake's hat. Joshua's. Who the fuck is Joshua? And why is his hat here? A dick measuring competition, but more like a dick eating competition. Yeah? I think that might be a different thing entirely, Ginger. Jake's dad? Okay, so Joshua is Jake's dad. At least somebody here has actually watched the show, I guess. And has some sort of idea of what the in-jokes are. Big ding. Can't really get an angle behind the barrel. Let's see if we can just do the rest of the floor. Oh, you're Googling. Fair enough. Bemo's shoes. How kind of Bemo to remove their shoes at the entrance. And Marceline's axe base. Wait, someone's playing my bass. I can feel it. Wait, I can actually... I'm washing in my mind, washing in my brain. Nothing to lose, everything to gain. Can you guys actually hear this? Yes? Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if the water was going to be drowning it out for you. Oh, a tiny little low hat stand. For the little people. Which is horribly insulting to say. For the small residents. Entrance skull, entrance swords, because there are never enough swords. The miniature mumbers. What? Oh. We're so close to being done. Also, they've evidently not cleaned here for so long with these spider webs. That or the spiders are also people and I'm ruining their homes. That's entirely an option. The snail and worm are people, so the spiders probably are too. And I've just demolished all the spiders' homes. Yes, the little target that pops up is telling me what's not been cleaned yet. It starts showing that either when I select a target or when I'm almost done with the level. So where's the entrance in this entrance? Oh. Oh, that makes sense. Right. Right, it's a tree house, so you would climb into it. That does make sense. Ba-da. Schmow zow, RCC, that was tops. I can't believe you cleaned everything. I was kinda hoping you'd leave something behind since we cleared out the cupboards, making the place all scrunked up. Maybe we can grab lunch elsewhere. Pizza sassies! My royal candy cleaner. While we wait for Finn and Jake to show up with your test results, something's come up. The front of Pizza Sassy's got all donked up with snow and ice again. Oh, got all donked up with snow and ice. Again. As the Candy Kingdom's only savoury restaurant, it's imperative that Sassy's is reopened ASAP. Also, it's pizza night, and I'm in the mood for a sweetened Sassy's. What? It's all lumpy. Oh, I do not like the sounds. Yeah, Jake's Scissor Lift edition. Hang on. No, back up. Yep. The Scissor Lift edition. I'm sending you away. That's the edge of the world, apparently. Yep. I'm at the edge of the world, and we cannot send the thing away any further. Unfortunately, I think we're going to need it later. Anyway, there is an achievement here to clean all 3 doors first. So let's do that. I'm going to assume that the components of the doors all count as well. So like the doorknob, the window, the frame. I guess our priority is making sure people can actually get in. There's a climbing scaffold. Yeah, that's true. We can use the scaffolding instead. You. Finn and Jake investigate. What? Hey Jake, I'm going to get to the bottom of this snow and ice thing. Want to help me with my investigation? I'm already finding prints on everything in here. Nah, dude, I gotta hang outside with RCC. All these swooshes and suds are making my brain tingle. Okay, bro. I'll let you know if I find anything. Frame, doorknob, and then the actual door. And window. There we go. And there should be one more door somewhere. Over this way, I'm guessing? This is a door. And that's a door frame, so we can clean that as well. Achievement? Achievement? No? No achievement? What have I done? Wait. I didn't get the achievement for completing the... Oh, okay, hang on. I got one for completing the living room job. There's also a treehouse job. Okay. I didn't get the window? Oh, you're right. Achievement? No achievement? Hang on. Door, window, knob, frame, door. Cafe door, frame, knob, window. House door, frame, knob, window. Huh? Clean all 3 doors first. Ah! So the doors, it has to be the doors specifically? Do you have to not do the door knobs? Or is it the door frames that I should have not done? Ah! Achievement ruined. Can I tell it to reset this? Reset! First and then clean everything else. Usually when this game has a... Fuck, it's still done. It only reset the things that weren't done. Unfinished tasks, yep. Usually when there's an achievement for doing something first, it gives you the achievement as soon as those things are done. I'm going to have to do this again later on. Yeah. So normally it would ding as soon as the things that you're trying to do first get done. Wait, hang on. There was also on the treehouse job reach the max height. Okay. So on the treehouse job, which we don't have yet, there is an achievement to go as high as possible on the scissor lift. Which I wasn't expecting to be as horrible as that. Yeah, you frown at me or whatever. I think it was smiling then, but whatever. I'm going to hope that it was the door frames and potentially the windows that I was meant to not clean. Because if the door knobs have to not be cleaned, that's going to be fucking insane. We stick with green, it seems. Just wash the ice off of the grass, sure. All I'm really doing here is just spraying hot water on the ice so that it will melt. Wait. Fuck. We don't have the thing. Yeah, okay. We don't have the surface cleaner, unfortunately. It was the frame. Okay, I'm guessing you've looked it up and people are complaining about it. You were meant to not clean the door frame. Well, that fucking sucks. But I'll live. Okay, this actually takes a lot longer with the green for some reason, so let's just stick with yellow. Right, so some people are saying just don't clean the frame. Right. House floor, let's finish Sassy's floor first. Do we have soap? We do! Surely covering the ground in soap will do absolutely no harm to the grass. Obviously not. soapy. Soap it all. Also climb this random bush for a better angle. We're out of soap. And it all goes away. Thankfully we'll be getting more soap back by washing off this soap. I missed a spot. Back to the soap. I guess this is the spot that I missed because we ran out. That makes sense. Ding 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 ding. All the dings. All the dings. This long extension. You love the off-white pink colour of the nozzle, of the soap nozzle? It is a kind of nice pinkish colour. The largest spray nozzle? Hang on. Nope. Fuck. Fuck this. Oh yeah, it is kind of a pinkish off-white. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Also get the extension back on. Get those last little bits that we missed with the soap. Fuck. So, Pizza Sassy, building's covered in ice. What happened? Freezer door left open? All I know is that we shut up early after a huge order cleaned us out. When we went to open up this morning, this is how we found it. Interesting. I'm going to need to take a closer look. Sure dude bro who is high and getting munchies. almost done with the lower layer. Isn't Finn like 15? I've got no damn clue. Eh. Finn's a kid last you remember? I mean, potentially. From the shorts of it that YouTube keeps throwing at me, it seems like Finn is not a child anymore. They've done a weird thing in the cartoons and actually had the protagonist grow up. Okay. Not you. You'll do. Ladder. Do we need the soap up here, or does just will the green nozzle be enough? Green nozzle should be enough on this. Full beard. Yeah, I told you, he grew up. My screen just went black. There we go, it's back. I've been having this issue recently. I feel like I've accidentally knocked a cable loose somewhere, and the screen is having difficulties because of it, but I cannot work out which cable it is. Use the pretty soap? Okay. We shall use the pretty soap. Just unplug and replug everything. I kind of want to, but like, I have so many cables lost in the ether of the cabling hell that I've got. I did not do any cable management. I've technically got a bit of organization with my cables, where like when they actually go into the computer, the computer has a or the box of the computer frame, whatever you want to call it, has a bit of a thing that you can tie them to. But that doesn't really count, I think, because by then they're inside the computer. Or zip ties. Yeah, I'm just lazy. But also, like, last time I had cables actually organized with the computer at all, it just broke everything, because the cable just was, the cables were positioned too tightly. That was a work computer. I didn't do it. Some lunatic decided to do cable management for every computer in the office. And they did not account for the fact that the desks in the office are things that you can change between standing and sitting. So if you tried to go from sitting mode to standing mode after they'd done all that cable management, it just yanked the cables and caused problems. Which I guess does mean my home computer I shouldn't have any issues, because it's just a sitting desk. I might get a standing desk at some point, really. Because I've sort of gotten used to it from work, being able to just go, yeah, I've had enough sitting, I'm going to stand up in it for a while. But my desk is too short at home. I cannot stand and reach the computer. Soap's out. Why does it always default to yellow? Let me default to white. Ding, 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 ding. Is that lava? That's not lava, right? It's probably like soft drink or something. Look. Soda? Yeah, fair. It's the Candy Kingdom after all. It's gotta have absurd sugar content. Become clean. Become clean. Missed spots. Lava looks much different. Does it? All it really has to be is glowing red liquid. P-Y. That's an incredible degree of laziness with the typing there, Mel. I don't even know what the P is meant to be. More soap. P because pizza. Okay. Okay, you've got me on that. You got me there. Get me back up there. More dings. The dings. Now, can I ladder up to the upper layer? No. Heck. Come to me, thing. Frame. Climbing. Whatever the fuck you're called. I've forgotten the words. Am I going to actually be able to jump that? Yes, surely. Oh yeah. Must vanish. You go rest, Mel. Rest up, drink water, whatever you need. Posture check. Okay, hang on. Get myself upright. I was slouching. And hydration. Water time? There we go. And stretch. Big stretch. Yeah. I'm also going to turn my fan up because it's fucking hot in here. There we go. Fan go faster. in case you don't return. Yeah, fair enough. If you're winding up feeling sick, then rest is good. In case death claims you. That's a bit of a overly dramatic reaction. Death equals full sick, yeah. Ego death. Just wish that you didn't have to exist anymore. For that temporary moment. Okay, bye-bye, Mel. We're almost out of soap. We're running out. It's not going to be quite enough to cover all of this. There we go. It's out. Well. Wah. Fuck. Back up. Wash that pizza. Welcome back to the graveyard shift, folks. I'm your host, Starchy. So much unexplainable weirdness has happened since the last show, I don't know where to start. That's because I forgot my notes. Or did I? Or is someone trying to silence me from beyond the grave? Either way, I better go find them. Back in a jiffy. More soap. You really can just swing the mouse around real quick for this. Da-da-da-da. That should be... Yes, Pizza Sassy's is complete. We still have the cafe and the house to do. Can I get onto the cafe roof? Yes. But not this roof. This one is illegal. Let's do the house next. I wanted more length so that I could just stand here and reach everything. Except with the angles. Sad. Angles ruining everything. One ding, two ding, red ding, blue ding. More soap. The soap regenerating in this really does make it feel so much better. I never used soap in the first game just because it was a consumable that you had to actually buy more of. And I don't like using consumables in games. If I have to use a consumable, it means I'm not good enough. I'm good enough for you. And if I'm good enough for all of you, that's good enough for me. To do that roof as well, I imagine, to get it to count this. Yeah. Bot. Ban. Ban bot. More bot. Ban. And purge. Oh, they're already banned. Can I delete their message? It does not show me anything. How do I delete message? I think it's not actually showing in real chats. I think it's just on my side, because it says... Yeah, it says likely evader restricted. Okay, back to game. Stupid ad spam bots destroyed. I can just use the adaptable one, I guess. Hopefully the adaptable nozzle will remember the setting I've got it on. Blending. Tubing. Graveyard Shift Glen. Hey, Starchy, I've got one for you. I've just walked past Pizza Sassy's and it's almost exactly half covered in snow and ice. Half covered? Does it get any weirder than that, folks? We've all heard of things completely covered in something, like an orange completely covered by a peel, or a ghost completely covered by a sheet. But half covered? Well, it's not half covered anymore, it's 0% covered, because I have removed all of the ice from that one. Pizza shop was highest priority. Yes, adaptable nozzle remembered my setting. Except I feel like it's just not as good as the white nozzle. Oh, that's the end. More ladders, yes. So. I also want to point out, there was a point in time where the first game of this, and the first Power Wash simulator, did not have the ability to de-lock your pointer, like your crosshair, from the actual screen. So, like, if you wanted to look to do this, you would be shaking the screen around. It was bad times. They very quickly fixed that, though. They identified the issue, they got it resolved real quick. Stand up. One window. Two window. Here comes a red window. Red window. Fuck, I fell off. And there is no blue window. Sucks to be you. Jump. 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 Hell yes. Climb. I am Jumpman. This section before we go to the roof. Oh, fuck. Can I ladder up there? I can. Little small area like this, there's no real point in using soap. Because I can sort of blast through it all quicker than doing everything over twice would do. Problem is going to be getting that front edge though, actually. Excellent. We have achieved the perfect balance. Now I just have to not walk off of this. Other thing worth mentioning. It was pointed out to me that currently Steam has Graveyard Keeper on sale for 100% off. Because Graveyard Keeper 2 is soon to be released, or just released, or something like that. I think that's worth grabbing. Graveyard Keeper 2 looks like a pretty amazing game. I hadn't picked it up because I've had other things I wanted to play, but it does seem like a very worthwhile game to pick up, especially since it's free right now. The DLCs are not free, but they are very heavily discounted, so they're each like $1 or something. House done? House is done. We just have the cafe left. Grab that ladder. We can get sort of... Yeah, this is a good angle for... Yeah, good angle for the top of the awning here. soap. Get all up in the nooks and crannies. Give white nozzle. And yes. I don't know why I want to try and do this post without the soap. What did I miss on the post? Oh. There we go. More soap for the grass. Totally isn't a terrible idea. Won't cause any problems at all. Oh god. This game always makes me so tired. I think this game makes me tired just because it is a sort of calm and cozy thing. Hey, what do you think you're doing getting rid of all that beautiful snow and ice? That took me ages. Well, okay, maybe not that long, but that's only because I'm so good at it. I mean, some of this doesn't seem like snow and ice. I feel like the cafe was also just filthy. Button. This one. Some seems like chocolate. Yeah. Sure, chocolate. The game doesn't tell us what the materials are. But sure, we can call that chocolate. But yeah, like this game is, it, to me at least, it feels like such a just calm, cozy type situation that it just makes me so sleepy. Just snooze mode enables immediately. Also doesn't help that my room is very warm right now, which also puts me into snoozy mode. And we're out. God, the soap blasts away quickly. Actually, you're pretty good with that thing, aren't you, little goody two-shoes? Do I have two shoes? 2 legs? 2 arms? 1 head? Kinda gives me an idea. I guess I have 2 shoes if I have 2 legs. Most likely. Unless I'm just not wearing shoes. Let me up. Get on that bush. There we go. Underside of the awnings. And I guess sides as well. Nothing more on that side. There's something on that side. We're close. We're getting close. One downside of streaming this, because it's not a hugely action-packed game, I just don't have that much to talk about. There we go. Back. Almost. Nearly there. Back. Up. This is going to be the most annoying little angle to clean here. There we go. Just the window and the wall. To the window, to the wall. Okay, we need the scaffold. Da-da-da! Pizza job complete. Okay, sudsy pants, you're coming with me. If you insist on completely undoing my revenge hit job, then the least you can do is undo the reason for the revenge hit job in the first place. Maybe if you'd swung by my man cave first, we could have avoided this entire situation. The Ice King's castle. I don't know how long we have until the princess notices that you're gone, Sudsy, so we need to make good while we can. The whole place is covered in supremely melted cheeses and a boldly rich tomato sauce, which could only have come from one pizza place, Pizza Sassy's. Unfortunately, I have some urgent whiz-biz to take care of in Wizard City, so you're on your own. Penguin. Okay, hang on. So, okay, achievement. In the Ice King's castle job, clean the handbag last with the cage door closed. Well, that's a fucking view. So, hi, Penguin. What? Okay, he can fall. But I cannot throw him out the window. Unless I'm a horrible monster and I know it. Oh! I found the magic pixel. I already know I'm a horrible person, I don't care. Oh hey, have you seen my handbag? It should be in the Ice King's cell. I wanted to, like, leave him a little something, drive him crazy with desire. Just making sure no one's taken it. It is indeed in the cell, and we will not be touching it until the very end. So long as I don't fuck up. There's also icicles up there. This is fine. Okay, done. Icicle done. Or stalactite, sure. What is an icicle if not an ice stalactite? / stalagmite. Depending on where it is developed. Let me up. I need the high spots to get angles on things. There is a ladder here. But, you know, who the fuck uses a ladder? Wrong button. And there's stalagmites. Except they're called stagmites. Were these just stagtites? No, they're stalactites. But these are stagmites. Yeah, I'm pretty much the same, Ginger. Stalactites hold tight. I don't remember what the thing for stalagmites that I originally learned was. But, you know, when there's only two options, if you know how to identify stalactite, then there's no real need for me to have a special rule for the stalagmites. Stalagmite might not need a rule. Yeah. Yeah, that... Yeah. I don't know if I like that or hate it, which means it did well. You did your job well. That corner is what I've missed on this section of wall. There we go. I'm going to do a bit of risky. Okay. We've done the stuff near the handbag, or the floor near the handbag. Hopefully, I will be able to get the rest of this room. How is this bar close enough to stop? Oh, it's not. It's just that the higher up part was close. Stalagmite might be a good murder weapon. I mean, you can say that, but also stalactites could be. If you run around in a cave, you might fall on stalagmites. But also a stalactite might fall on you. You'd have to get the stalactite down for short people. Everyone's in range of stalagmites. Fair enough. also you technically don't have to dislodge the stalagmites for them to be a murder weapon. You can just throw the person on them. The floor is not done. Fuck. There's a bit more that I have to get here. Hang on. There we go. Oh. Okay. We get the rest of the cell done. We do the bars, we shut the door, and then we don't touch the inside of the cell until we've done everything else. And I'm doing it this way so that A, I can guarantee that things near the handbag where I might accidentally spray it have been dealt with already. But also B, if I do the inside of the cell early and then shut the door, I can hopefully remember that the door needs to stay shut. Thought though, the achievement says with the cell door shut or closed or something. It doesn't say that I have to be outside the cell, and I can go in and out of the cell freely, even with the door closed, because of the big old gap in the bars right there. I think I'm going to try and do it from outside the cell anyway, just in case. Wait a minute. I'd completely forgotten that Lumpy Space Princess was holed up in my cell. She must be behind all this. She has a history of going hard on pizza whenever she needs to get over some rando dude. And here I've been parading around in my new winter robe, oozing unavailability. The poor girl's fallen for me, hook, line, and sinker. They don't call me Princess Whisperer for nothing, you know. I mean, yes, Ginger, but also... Those are beans. There's no guarantee it was only a pizza. There could have been many pizzas. This could all be the result of going hard on 2 pizzas. Fuck, I want pizza. It's been so long since I've eaten pizza, because we are trying to eat a bit healthier in my household. Like, we're trying. Or 0.2 pizzas, going hard on 1 slice of pepperoni, hell yes. Is 0.2 pizzas a single slice, though? I guess it depends on how big you make the slices. Any fraction of a pizza can technically be a single slice. But, with the standard of 8 slices per pizza, though, as you said, it's about 2 slices. This ceiling kind of looks flat, but also I don't think it is. Yeah, it's all bumpy. Ooh. I'm going to have to be a little bit careful with the outside of the bars. Fuck. Because if I'm doing the outside of these bars and I accidentally get the paint bag, that's going to be kind of annoying. Here I'm at a far enough range that I don't think the green nozzle can hit the bag. Once I get any closer though, there will be risks. There we go, door, lock, little alcove there. Don't point it at the bag. Yeah, no. I was conscious of that part. There is a range limit. But at this point, I am close enough to the bag, which means we do not point at the bag. At all. We stand in weird angles so that the bag is never in the line of fire. Because I want that achievement. Bars are... Oh, this outside part is also bars, okay. Bars complete! Okay. Now I just have to not be stupid as fuck. The sections that have any risk are dealt with, so long as I'm not a fucking idiot. Unfortunately, asking me not to be a fucking idiot it's a high task. It's a high hurdle. Because I am a fucking idiot. Oh my glob. Ice King said what? Whatever. Whatever this was, it's so totally over. I mean, it was over anyway. We're like, long gone. Nothing can hold these lumps. My lumps, my lovely lady lumps. Yeah, that's a relationship, alright. Like, basically, a relationship ended, so she showed up at his place, demolished at least one pizza, I imagine, all over the place. left her handbag in a cage in his house, and then left and called it off. I'm just like, what? If I could read music, I would try playing that. Okay, never mind. Where you aim does not matter. It just makes the same cycle of sounds no matter where you aim on that. Anyway, back to the walls. Dude's got a workout room. Good for him. Let's move this ladder out of the way for a bit. I'm sort of dreading what those posters are going to be when I unmuckify them. We're going to have to get to it sooner or later. So I guess we shall find out what sort of posters the Ice King keeps for inspiration. Eat. Eat. Huh. Right. So those are his inspiration posters. Huh. Okay. To each their own. Party god broke us all out or whatever. He showed up after Gunter bought out all the pizza from Pizza Sassy's. I think Gunter planned it. Like, he was asking the party god for something while Ice King was off doing his magic tricks or whatever. So was it... the drama and plot twists. Was it not Lumpy Space Princess demolishing a pizza that caused this mess? Was it Party God with every pizza that made this mess? What drama? The drama unfolds. Who demolished... There's another snail! Hey little guy, you're getting in the way of my washing this time. What the fuck? I feel like the snail would not be having a good time in this ice castle. Am I meant to get that? There we go. Yes. I think the gym is done. Excellent. Excellent news. Back to walls. God, a couch made of ice. That cannot be comfortable. That would just be... It would be solid. A family picture of the penguin that I brutally murdered. I'm a terrible person. The door is shaped like a crown. Yep. Door is shaped like a crown. Also, I think it has no handle. Yeah. Door is shaped like a crown and has no handle. Ding. Ding. Oh, that. Just a little something I whipped up to pass the time. Fiona and Cake. Have you read it yet? Do you like it? Tell me it's good. Dude's whipped up an entire fucking fanfiction shipping himself with whoever the fuck Fiona is. He's also got a very pink diary, hell yeah. He's got a poster of a little turtle eating a strawberry. Hell yeah. We're almost like 2/3 of the way around the room, I think. I'm really bad at space, so I don't really know if that's right. But we are about 50% done with the level, huh? Jesus, this is a massive wall section. How far does it go? Where is the end of this wall? Okay, we're almost there. Finish it. Finish it. It's not finishing it. I've missed something somewhere. Aha. Yes. The wall is complete. Ah, give me the good nozzle. There we go. Even the bed is covered in pizza. Horrifying. Okay. We're actually making good progress. Ta-ding! Wait, if this is the entrance, then what was the other door? I guess we'll never know. It would just be a door deeper into the house, I imagine, or castle. Ding, door. But Gunther didn't realize that for party god, anything other than Hawaiian pizza is a party foul. So yeah, they ended up like everywhere. It was party god. Poor Gunther. Even a babe like me knows how to put how it feels to pull out all the stops and have it thrown back in your face. Oh, Brad, why did you do this to me? So it was Party God that made the mess here. Just had every pizza from the place and just threw all of them everywhere. But also, the Ice King was right that Lumpy Space Princess did get broken up with. Or just rejected or whatever. Still kind of rude of him to accuse her of being inclined to just demolish pizzas. That said, not that rude. Like, being able to demolish a pizza is a thing that's worthy of respect. Clean the floor in the entrance area. We're getting closer. Ta-da! The drum archway. For the drum alcove. Because clearly you need an alcove specifically for the drum, otherwise you don't get that right acoustic feel. Sure. Those are words that can go together. Absolutely. We're making so much progress. Oh. It's going to be this wall, the floor, and the furniture. It's not that much to go before we finish this level. Bing. Let's do the alcoves floor first. Ooh, catchy. Keep going, Sudsy. I think I've got something. What? Mel! Welcome back. Okay, so that hi-hat doesn't really sound like anything. I need to not have an extension on. Ginger cannot see Mel? A what? Ginger is disconnected from the chat. Boom. 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 Sonny, you're a young boy. I don't know the... okay. I don't know the lyrics off the top of my head for that one. But also, I cannot think of... like, I cannot multitask and do the beat and sing at the same time. Gonna take on the world someday. Got blood on your face, big disgrace. Kicking that can all over the place. Singing, we will rock you. Singing, we will rock you. Anyway. It seems like a lot of people's internets get issues with Twitch. Yours has issues with chat, Ailes has issues with just Twitch in general. What did you miss? Not a huge amount. There's been drama where it's been revealed that the Ice Wizard King, I forget his name, so he had messed up the pizza place because his place got covered in pizza. But then it was... he started thinking that it might have been... Ice King? Okay, Ice King, sure. He started thinking that it might have been Lumpy Space Princess, who he claims has a tendency to demolish pizzas when she has been rejected. She also left her handbag here just to make him think about her, apparently. So yeah, so the Ice King realized that it potentially wasn't the pizza place's fault that his place was covered in pizza, but the Lumpy Space Princess has gotten annoyed by being by his claims that she would demolish a pizza, and has said that the someone named Gunter, I assume that's the penguin, I think, said Gunter had ordered every pizza from the pizza place, trying to make a deal with the party god. But the party god got pissed off because the pizzas weren't all Hawaiian. And so the party god threw the pizzas everywhere. Also, I threw Gunter out the window. That was like one of the first... I think it might be the first thing I did in this level. The game didn't want me to be able to throw Gunter out the window, but I absolutely worked out how to do it anyway. I found the magic pixel. Is he still visible? No. He's down there somewhere. He's gone. I'm a terrible person and I'm very happy about it. Like, we started this level, I saw the penguin, and like the first thing I did was pick him up, hear him quack, and go and like try and throw him out the window. It took a couple of tries before I succeeded. Hang on. There's another bot. Ban. I assume you guys can't see the bots that are happening. You were on it. I can also ban things. Like, with OBS at least, banning something is like 2 clicks. Though, like, I can just leave it to you. Yeah, but I've got a game to focus on. I mean, it's PowerWash. It doesn't really require that much focus, which is the main positive about the game. The biggest positive. But yeah, I don't actually know if those bots are showing up for people who don't have mod powers. Because it says, when it shows up, it says likely ban evader restricted, so I assume only I can see the bots. And Mel, I guess. Though it probably shows up on the on-screen chat, because the on-screen chat uses my chat vision. Not that it's really that important. Let's do the furniture before the ceiling and floor. Oh right, here's the other thing, Mel. Ice King made a fanfiction about himself and Fiona kissing. Yep. So that's a thing. Yeah. Yeah, he's a fucking freak. The TV is made of ice as well. Everything, almost everything here is made of ice. Though I guess, like, the bed, the drum, the laundry basket, the exercise equipment. Oh right, there was also this. He is the Ice King, yeah. I don't know that much about the show, to be fair, so I didn't know going into this how much of a freak he was, but I guess it suits the character, probably. Also, hi Duck, how you doing? Today was meant to be a day of lingo, but then this released yesterday. And every time the PowerWash games release a DLC, I must immediately acquire it. He's a massive freak. Fair enough. Get down low. I see, so Gunzi did all this, did he? Gunzi? I'll have to squash him with the spray bottle when I get the chance. Or maybe I'll get you to go turbo with that nozzle of yours. Lingo will be next week, yeah, Mel. Like, if something throws off the pattern, I will just continue with what we missed. Yeah. The Ice King doesn't need to know that I've thrown his little minion friend thing out the window. He doesn't need to know that I've done that horrible crime. Gunther, no. Dude, your laundry basket is right there. You think Gunther was also a cover for some other more evil thing? You know, I'm going to accept that as actually being true and really the case. Because it feels like the sort of thing some cartoons would do. And what little I do know of Adventure Time tells me that it is an insane cartoon. So what is this? This is his computer? This is the entire computer. I'm guessing it's a holographic screen, but like, I guess ball for the mouse, but then no real keyboard? You think Gunther goes through his laundry and puts Ice King's undies on his head? Though you could be entirely wrong and thinking of a different cartoon character. Right. Okay, sure. Sure. The floor is done. The desk is not. There we go, desk is done. At least he wears undies. Yeah. Yeah. That's... Especially since he wears a robe, that's kind of important. The throne is done. Okay. We've got the ceiling, any icicles or stalactites on the ceiling, and then the handbag. I think. I'm pretty sure there's nothing else that we need to do before the handbag. For those who've joined late, there is an achievement for the handbag being the last thing you clean. And the cell door has to be closed when you clean it. Apparently the ceiling is in a bunch of parts, which is kind of nice. But also, like, what am I missing on this section of the ceiling? What am I missing? Is this a part of the same ceiling? It is. Why? Why not? But yeah, most of the time with this game, or these games, the first one and this one now, when they do when they release a DLC, it seems like they always have one achievement of do X thing last. You know what really hurts, though? Beyond the betrayal and the cleanup costs, what costs you kidnapped me to do this? Why wasn't I invited? I have moves. What's Gunter got? Tiny little flippy flappy leg enders. They're nothing compared to my heavily sculpted thighs. Right. That will go unnoticed. What will go unnoticed, Mel? The one thing? One more thing. The one thing you need to clean before the bag. I mean, the game will give me a list of the last few things, so I'm not going to mess up the achievement. You? Reminder, Ice King is voiced by Tom Kenny, aka SpongeBob. I don't know if that actually means anything, because the skilled voice actors can do all sorts of different voices. I've also just literally never heard the Ice King's voice. PowerWash you? Are you a dirty little NB, Mel? Are you trying to make me talk dirty to you? Because if you are, Ginger already did that before the stream even started. She beat you to it. You're confused? What is there to be confused about? Ginger was in the pre-stream chat and did the flirty thing by doing dirty talk about power washing and claimed that she is a dirty girl. You can still make the joke, you absolutely can. You are allowed to do that, yes. I just feel... Mel is in fact dirtier than you are. Oh dear. We're so close. We're almost there. Almost there. The things you want to say may not be stream safe. That's understandable. That stalactite is the one we've missed, huh? Okay. All stalactites. The ceiling. Everything except the handbag. Let me double check the achievement. Clean the handbag last with the cage door closed. Okay. Door is closed. Handbag is last. Da-da-da-da! Achievement get. You probably can't see the pop-ups because I've never been able to get the settings right for it to do that, but I got the achievement. You sent the thing in DMs. Well, while that's running, I'll have a quick look. Yeah. Yeah, you certainly are. What's it called? The achievement was called Oh My Glob. Oh My Glob. Okay. What would I do without you, Sudsy? Now leave. Back to the Candy Kingdom with you. You can tell Bubblegum that I found you surrounded by lemon children and saved your life. That should keep her sweet. Candy Kingdom vehicles. This one also has an achievement. Hang on. Use only the adaptable nozzle. Okay. But I don't... Well, we'll try. I don't know if we're going to finish this during the stream, because we're pretty close to ending time. But we shall find out. There you are. I was beginning to worry that you'd been kidnapped by the Ice King, just when we had some cleaning jobs for you. First, Lemongrab turned up in a particularly sour mood, demanding we clean his carriage. Then, one of our candy helicopters, deployed to investigate a flock of flying demonic threats heading for the grasslands, returned drenched in ectoplasmic goo, and some quite alarming incantation sigils. Which reminds me, did we make you some hazmat? Actually, don't worry, I'm sure it'll be fine. So, first things first, adaptable nozzle. This is the only nozzle we shall use. Is this Candy Pilot guy? This is Candy Pilot guy. Do you receive? Over. Loud and clear, Candy Pilot guy. Proceed. Over. He did, in fact, not proceed. He just stopped talking. How fucking rude. Even dear Lemon Sweets, my son, was slimed. Is that Lemon Sweets? Yes. He is infected. Well, he's clean now. He must be cleaned. Freshen him. Wipe him clean. The impurity of my progeny is unacceptable! Unacceptable! So I assume Lemongrab is some kind of nobility. No, he's just a ponce. Miscreant removed from Candy Airspace. Over. Very good, Candy Pilot guy. One question though. How do you know this? Over. It's just, you've been locked in that bathroom for 10 minutes now and your helicopter is sat right there, covered in gunk. Over. The bathroom window's open, and I saw them leave from over here. Over. I mean, look at this. This guy is either some type of nobility or just rich and a ponce. He has a carriage with his own head on top of it. Kinda both. Fair enough. I guess historically, all or most nobility were rich and kind of a ponce. Let me up there. There we go. Okay, I think that's the carriage done. Yes. Yes. Okay. Carriage done, helicopter to go. Okay, with the orange and the white like that, and a bit of, like, black on the end, it looked like these were 2 cigarettes attached to the helicopter. But they're just candy canes. Which, I assume these candy canes are basically guns. One candy cane down. The other candy cane. Get the other candy cane. There we go. Sorts of dings. All sorts of dings. Yes. Give me the dings. This is how you make people do chores. You gamify it, and you give them some sort of, like, positive reinforcement whenever a thing happens. Small goals. The condition of my carriage is unacceptable! But the carriage is clean. Unacceptable! But the carriage is clean. The carriage was the first thing I cleaned. He's getting mad just to get mad. Yeah. Extensions. Let me reach further. The Rosha blades are somewhat pink. That's just his thing. That's fair enough. Huh, yeah, there was a sigil on there. Anyway. There is no longer a sigil on that door. Candy people must learn respect. Respect! Grr. They must give way to my early procession. Yeah. These windows are completely opaque. From the inside as well. Oh! Open that door. Oh! Oh! Yes! All the dings! So many dings. Pilot's cap. Slime Princess must also be punished for slimes against lemonkind. Punish her. She slimed my carriage for no reason. No reason. Treason. No. No does not start with a T. You can't shorten no reason to treason. I'm sorry. Your request is declined. You didn't do enough fancy wordplay. Interior of the cockpit, done. Exterior of the cockpit, not done. Doors, not done. Okay. Door's done. Or is that door is? This door also is. And then the bit of the cockpit exterior that I'm missing, I bet, is the roof. If I could climb this fucking ladder. Ah! I position myself poorly. This is fine. Okay. Cockpit exterior complete. Roof sprinkles. Absolutely integral to the structure of the helicopter. Absolutely. I need water. I'm going to stop talking for a moment and drink. Lots of water. I need more water. There we go. Excuse me, but Lemongrab is way off. Here's what actually happened. I was on my way to the party at Finn and Jake's treehouse with some candy people when this carriage pulls up. Bet on what? Also posture check and stretch. Big stretch. Ugh. Me wanting more water. You're about to drown me, aren't you? You're just going to redeem 1,000,000 hydrates. Here we go, more water. Ugh. Much water. Oh, there's another propeller there, or rotor. Young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man, pick yourself off the ground. You can stay there at the YMCA. There's no need to be unhappy, young man. It's fun to stay. Lemongrab shows up out of nowhere, demanding we let him through. At first, the candy people thought he was joking and playing a game. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. You can get yourself clean. You can have a good meal. You can do whatever you feel. Young man. Fuck, what are the lyrics there? Young man, there's a place you can go. I said, young man. Yeah, I don't know the rest of the lyrics. I'm glad that amused you, Nell. My habit to fill dead space when I can't think of anything to talk with by just singing the most random, absurd bullshit. Speaking of, she packed my bags last night, pre-flight. 0 hour, 9 a.m. And I'm gonna be high. But the more they laughed and danced around his carriage and rocked it from side to side, the madder and ruder Lemongrab became. That's when they started to throw things at his carriage. And then he got ruder, so they threw more. Hour, 9 a.m. and I'm gonna be high as a kite by then. I miss the earth so much. I miss my wife. It's Killer Queen? Okay. She keeps a moe at Shandon in a pretty cabinet and let them eat cake, she says, just like Marie Antoinette. Built-in remedy for Khrushchev and Kennedy. Anytime an invitation you can't decline. Caviar and cigarettes, well versed in etiquette, extraordinarily nice. She's a killer queen, gunpowder gelatine, dynamite with a laser beam, guaranteed to blow your mind. Anytime. I got them all to leave eventually and tried to calm him down, but he shouted things at me that I wouldn't even repeat to my own sister. Now, I understand his frustrations, but when you run your mouth like that, there has to be consequences, especially when you're an earl. I agree. Case dismissed. Lemongrab has left the chat. Anytime. To avoid complications, she never kept the same address. In conversation, she spoke just like a baroness. Met a man from China, went down to Geisha Minor. Then again, incidentally, in the, if you're that way inclined. Perfume came naturally from Paris, because she couldn't care less, fastidious and precise. She's a killer queen, gunpowder gelatine, dynamite with a laser beam, guaranteed to blow your mind. Wanna try? That's a peppermint face I'm guessing you're talking about? Drop of a hat, she's as willing as, playful as a pussycat, or is that a donut? Well that's a mouth. Those are glasses. I know nothing else. Drop of the hat, she's as willing as, playful as a pussycat, then momentarily out of action, temporarily out of gas, she'll absolutely drive you wild, wild. She's out to get you, she's a killer queen, gunpowder gelatine, dynamite with it. I don't know why I always say gelatine instead of guillotine. Dynamite with a laser beam, guaranteed to blow your mind. Anytime. Anyway, that was Killer Queen. We committed a sin by interrupting Rocket Man, but it was for something equally valuable. What have I missed? That edge. Tactical candy cane, probably on the lower side. Yep. And then the rotor cowling for this. Aha. I should make covers. I mean, I could. I very much could. Anyway, we got the achievement for only using the adaptable nozzle. Hell yes. Hey, RCC, you might want to head over to the party at Finn and Jake's treehouse. Party guard showed up promising a rager. Also, Finn and Jake said you can come as my +1. Don't forget that washer of yours. Things are going to get kinda slimy over here. Wink. Okay. Gonna be a lewd party. And then there's the treehouse. I think that's the last job, but we are out of time for today. So we're going to wrap up here. If you have enjoyed, I have a Discord. This is where I make my announcements when I'm going live, what I'm planning to play, or if something is going to keep me from going live. I also have a YouTube channel where all of my VODs go. So if you want to go back and see any of my past VODs, that is where you will find them. With that said, I'm going to wrap up here. Thank you very much for being with me today. Have a good one.